Hello everybody and welcome to Bathmat Reviews, where today we're going to be talking about Transformers Siege Apeface. Now, I felt like doing the horror cons today, which if you don't know are a group of two different Transformers that are Apeface and Snapdragon that are triple changers. So I think this might be the first triple changer I'm doing on my channel. Well, unless you count gimmick figures, I suppose. But, yeah. So that's cool. But yeah, and I felt like doing them today, not because it's like, ooh, it's spooky month or whatever. No, it's just March? Yeah, it's March. But because I finally got, Apeface, and I was able to complete the duo. Because for some reason I missed out on him the first time, and then he was like in and out of stock, and I just never felt like grabbing him. But then I was like, you know what, I can get him, and so yeah, and I like him. He's a weird figure, but he's good for being Apeface, because Apeface from the beginning was always a bit of a weird figure, and this is a good version of him. Although one thing that, man, I kind of forgot about was on Siege they did this thing where it was like battle damage paint scraping, which on some figures isn't that noticeable, but after going quite a while without it, and then getting a new figure, I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing, and I kind of get why people didn't like it now, because when I was getting it, it was like, all my figures have it, so it's fine, basically, and then now I'm like, oh yeah, that really kind of stands out, but that's a nitpick. So, yeah, here's Apeface. He is rather odd. He has two faces, due to transformation. And one thing to know with it is the way that it came in the box is it's a headmaster, by the way. So the whole thing is, what you're supposed to do is, because if you have it plugged in the normal way, like this, it does lock in, but not super well. But if you plug it in the opposite way and then rotate the head, it locks in much better. So you might want to do that, although you really don't need to. I just do that to give it a little bit of extra stability. But yeah, articulation is pretty normal. So you got full 360, you got out that far, bicep swivel, not waist swivel, forward that far, back that far, no bend, but a inward movement due to transformation. Head is on a ball joint, and so you got a little bit of up, a little bit of down, and move from side to side, and then full 360, as I showed you already. Then you got forward that far, back not nearly as far because of this butt plate, although if you untab like all this, you can probably move it. Not really. No, we'll just say about that far without having to do anything crazy. So that's a little bit unfortunate. You got thigh swivel, 90 degrees of bend, and ankle articulation that also pegs in when you are not using it. And yeah, I think that's everything for this mode anyway. And yeah, so here he is with my previous, whoa, hold on a second, I knocked the figure off my desk. It is okay. So, here he is with my previous review, Code Red, which always makes me think of Mountain Dew. So, yeah. And here he is with Batman. And yeah, that's fun. And so, now let's talk about transformation. Because, well, the whole thing with Apeface and Snapdragon is a bit of a, they had like two gimmicks. One, headmaster, so they could split off and like have another figure, but it was also both the heads for their robot mode and one other mode. Apeface turns into a gorilla, as well as a plane. It's a weird plane, but it's still technically a plane. And Snapdragon turns into a plane, and a dinosaur. And I'm not saying it's King Kong and Godzilla, but I'm 100% saying it's King Kong and Godzilla. And that's awesome. Like, so, yeah, if you see the... Oh, that came off. This comes off naturally, by the way. It's meant to come off, but it just doesn't peg in the best. So, yeah, if you don't really feel like going for the new Godzilla crossover figure, which doesn't look... It looks good as far as the figure goes, but as far as a Godzilla crossover figure, it could be, like, a lot more, in my opinion. So, yeah. You might want to go for these instead, because Snapdragon does already kind of do that. Although, it doesn't look like it. It's just kind of fun. And, so yeah. Now, transformation. First, remove this. Oh! Actually, first, remove the head and open him up, because we have to talk about the Headmaster, because personally, I don't really care for Headmasters being their own characters. I don't care about Headmasters that much. So I always kind of, like, go with the... I always preferred the Japanese canon reason for it, where this is the actual figure, and then they plug into lifeless robot bodies called transtectors. I think that's really cool, and that's what I always go with. So I almost always forget that they actually have names. And this one is... Oh my gosh, please tell me. Come on, you're a Headmaster. It has it right there. Spoilers. But my gosh. Does it seriously not say on here? Huh. Well, poo. I have no idea. We'll just say it's Apeface, because we'll just say we're going with the Japanese continuity, because but it's really bothering me. Hold on. I'm looking through the instructions right now to try it. My pile of instructions, actually, to try and find. No. Come on, it has to be in here somewhere. I must know the name. Okay, here we go. I have found it. Come on. What do you say? It's somewhere. Are you kidding me? Gosh dang. Well, that's annoying. I have no idea what its name is, and I don't feel like editing in the name, so I guess you'll have to look it up on your own. But yeah, here he is. He has 2 faces on his back, which is more than some Headmasters, so that's cool. But yeah, now, transformation into its first mode. I think we will do, plane mode first, because that is the less good of the two. So first, fold in the hands. Then, fold up the arms like that. Then peg them in. There's a little, souping spot right there that just... You get that lined up and it locks right in. And then bring the arm up like that. Then, come back here and take this, unpeg that, and just kind of leave it there. Actually, you don't have to unpeg it right now. Although, this doesn't peg in the best, so it'll probably be unpegged for you already. Come down here, open up these, and bring this out, like so. And like so. Then, also, if you're wondering about the coloring for the white, for some reason they didn't use regular white, and it's slightly off white. I don't know why. Then bring that up, and bring that up like that. I have an itch on my nose. Then flatten out the feet, fold in the toes, then bring all this down, and then, first bring this up, then bring all that down. Then you're gonna lock these parts in, and you're just kind of getting everything locked, like set up to be locked in, because this part's a little bit fiddly. You gotta like check this part, then check this part. Then once you got everything, you bring this all down and peg that into the feet there. Then you take this part and bring that in like so. And then take the wings. Oh, that was everything okay. That didn't make a sound that I liked. So then bring them out and bring that down. Then open this up. Take him, straighten his arms up. Then his legs. And bring this down and in. And that'll lock in. Close that. Take this part. Then plug that in. And believe it or not, you are done. And that has got to be one of the weirdest plane modes I've ever seen. Technically, I suppose it has everything that you would need to call it a plane. Now, would it ever actually fly? I don't know. I haven't seen too many boxes go flying for more than a couple seconds. But, yeah. I don't care that much. It's still fun. Also, if the gorilla head hangs down a little bit, it kind of looks like it has like that military decal. And then you can plug that in there or all over this. There's a whole bunch of things. And if you're wondering, yes, this does have two cockpits. There's this one, and then the one that you actually put the figure in. And then that one gets covered up. Why? I have no idea. But I also don't care. Because I don't really care about headmasters in general. Like, they're fine. Like, they're cool. I don't hate them. I just don't really care about them. Anyway, now let's get to his personal better mode, in my opinion. First, take this off. Open that up. Take him out. I said, get out. Get out. There we go. Close that up. Take this. Bring that in. Bring that in. Then, gonna do a little bit of some weird stuff. So, bring all this back. Actually, I always forget to do this. You take that, bring that there, then put this back. And then just move these out of the way for now. We'll get to it in a second. Then bring all this up. Flip this up, and then bring this down, and then you push way too hard. Oh, that was not nearly as hard as the first time I had to do it, so that's good. Attach these in like so. Come on, get locked in. There we go. Then, come down here, bring the arms forward, and bring the legs also forward. And they go about that far, so you're not going to get too far with them. But, yeah. Then, flip. Ow, my nail bent backwards. That did not feel great. Anyway, flip this forward and flip this forward. Same thing on this side. Flip, flip. I still can't believe they didn't say the name of the headmaster. Anyway, take the headmaster, fold it back up. But then, instead of using this side, you use this side, and that plugs right on in, and you have Apeface in his, well, ape mode. Well, gorilla mode, but I guess call it an ape. Then you can plug that in right there, and yeah. And it is a pretty good-looking robo-gorilla, in my opinion. It's not perfect by any means, but I like it. As far as articulation goes, this is on a ball joint, so you got out that far, full 360, bend forward that far, literally that far. You can do a little bit forward back, and also that far on the hand. But then you can, of course, move this a whole bunch backwards. This, you can go forward and not, well, backward, but not too much forward. And same here. But there's not much articulation for the gorilla mode. Oh, head is on a ball joint. And ball... Is it a ball joint? Yeah, it's a ball joint. Okay. So you can move that. But mostly, he just stands there and looks menacingly. And that's all he... and looks menacing, I mean. And that's all he really needs. I think he's quite fun. Did I do size comparisons? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. If you can tell, you might be able to tell, I'm a little bit tired today. Anyway, so, yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. And comment what characters I should do next, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And thank you for following, thank you for watching. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. Bye. It's King Kong. It's amazing. I just think that's hilarious.